Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praises, honor, glory, respect, and blessings to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakha Kwadash. And I also would like to give salutations to the elect on the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth and patiently waiting for Yahweh Shai to return, and double honors to the apostles of GMS, which have given us this truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakha Kwadash. Coronavirus fallout. 1/3 of Americans missed rent payments in April. Now, just real quick, I would like to research something. What is 1/3 of 300? See, there's an estimate of what 320 million Americans, or people, not 320 million Americans, 320 million people living on the soils of America. Let's see what then, because that's a pretty big number. Okay, so this is 1/3 right here, multiplied by 320 million. So check that out. So more than 106 million people here in America missed their rent in April. Over 106 million Americans here in America missed their rent in April. And there's a scripture on that. Let me get it real quick. Let me see if it's already here. Let's see. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 47, verse 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne. So, what is this going into? First off, who is Babylon? America is Babylon. Okay, America is Babylon. So, Isaiah is saying here, come down and sit in the dust. Okay, now ultimately, when you look up this word dust, it's talking about the nuclear destruction. Okay, matter of fact, because I forgot the Hebrew word for it, because I looked up this word before. Okay, it's Ipar. The Hebrew word for dust is Ipar. And okay, it says dry earth, dust, powder, ashes. Okay, where do ashes come from? Fire. Okay, debris. Okay, it even says it down here. Okay, ashes. So come down and sit in the ashes, meaning America is gonna go down in the nuclear war of World War III. America is going to be hit with nukes in the nuclear war of World War III. So come down and sit in the ashes, the dust. Okay, now on the other hand, the dust could also be talking about confusion, because you still got the mainstream media. They're talking about coronavirus and yada yada, where we're coming up with a solution to the virus, and yet people are still dying by the thousands here in America, actually by the hundreds of thousands. Okay, there's actually over 130,000 deaths here in New York City alone. Well, in New York City alone. I don't live in New York City, but in New York City, there's over 130,000 deaths. So people's confused right now. They don't know if the government is going to help them. They don't know if the government is going to leave them to die. So people are confused. The dust represents confusion. So come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Why is America known as a virgin? Because this is the only country that has not been attacked by any other country on the planet. It says, sit on the ground, there is no throne. Sit on the ground, there is no throne. What is that talking about? That's talking about where there is no throne, there is no rulership. So America's rulership is being taken away from it. Sit on the ground? Who sits on the ground? Well, I would say peasants sit on the ground, okay? More commonly, peasants sit on the ground. So the rulers of this kingdom, they're going to be brought to a peasant-like state. They're going to be made into peasants. But now, on the other hand, somebody who's sitting on the ground is also a sign of humbleness, because when you're sitting in a chair, you're exalted from the floor. So when you're sitting on the ground, that's a sign of humbleness. So America is being brought low. That's what I'm getting at. And its rulership is being taken away from them, from the so-called elites. O daughter of the Chaldeans. The Chaldeans were known for their witchcraft. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Right. So the fact that 1/3 of Americans, which will be over 106 million Americans, the fact that they missed their rent goes to show you that America's rulership is being taken away from them, and America is being brought to the ground. Okay, E's rulership is being brought to the ground. Okay, take the millstones and grind the mill. Uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. So when Yahweh shall return, he's not going to meet you as a man. He's coming back as an angelic force to take his vengeance. It says, sit thou, skipping down to verse 5 of Isaiah 47, sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans. Yeah, darkness, right? Because there's a lot of people that know about the coronavirus, but they don't really know what's going on. Okay, you got this 5G technology, coming in. I mean, people don't know what's going on. For thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms. So this is the year 2020, the year of prophecy. Awam Yasha Allah is on to the next one. Shalom.